Push rhymes, I pin down paper crimes. Write about street life, call it paper crimes. Like Tony throwing up signs. I push rap lines, make another dime, call it paper crimes. Push rhymes, I pin down paper crimes. Write about street life, call it paper crimes. Like Tony throwing up signs.
Stop! Go! Woo! Psychic? Did I say that right? Y'all know my vocabulary is.
For the past year or so, my life had been filled with misfortune.
Right.
My boss fired me from my job after a small accident. And just like that, I lost my only source of income.
Okay.
After that happened, I began to feel extremely lost in life. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't predict what was in store for me. So I decided to find out. Hoping for some sort of miracle, I visited a small little psychic shop on the side of the road.
Sus.
A bell rang as I opened the door leading to the shop, and the smell of burning candles entered my lungs. Welcome, dear customer.
All I'm saying, but I'm not saying. Those, what you say? Those, the candles, like the smell, like the junks, the smoke or whatever, enter your lungs. I'm saying, but I'm not saying. Those are clock fumes.
Voice shouted from afar. Looking over, a woman with silver hair and hazel skin appeared before me.
Hell no. What?
With a sinister smile decorating her face. Something felt unusual about her. But I guess that was just part of her psychic gimmick.
No, nigga.
I take it you're here for a reading. Please take a seat. The woman insisted as she led me to a table with the crystal ball placed in.
It's just you? It's just her? Nobody else? No other employees? Silky smooth milk chocolate, rich chocolate at that, skin with some silver ass. No, that doesn't add up. That's like me having white lips. I don't know. That right there doesn't add up. The fact that it's only you doesn't add up. And it's just that right there doesn't add up. And then the fact that cluck fumes entered her body unknowingly, unwillingly. Oh, wait, goddamn Waffle House, Jesus. I'm just saying, like, you know something is on the up and up, but you not acting upon it. I'm tired of you. I'm about tired of you. I'm tired of this. I want to end the story right now because I know where it's going to go, but
My first impression of her was that she was definitely not completely sane.
yeah,
But since I was already there, it wouldn't hurt to see what she had to say.
right.
I asked her what she saw in store for me. And then she pressed her face extremely close to her crystal ball.
She saw some cluckness.
In your near future, you should stay away from other women. She claims, as if she had actually seen something in her crystal ball. I waited, as if I had expected her to say something more. But the only thing that came out of her mouth was, "You may leave now."
What?
I knew it was a scam from the beginning, but I had at least expected her to give me a little false hope. "Thanks for nothing," I grumbled as I paid her.
You know the thing about women is like they talk in subtext. So with that being said, right? She said, she should. She said that she should stay away from women. That being said, the subtext was, stay the hell away from me because I'm going to cluck you up if you come back here again. That's all I'm saying.
She only smiled back at me. You'll be back. They always come back.
Oh, no. Why you say it like that?
While waiting at the bus stop, I scolded myself for believing in something so fake. Sitting on a bench in front of the bus stop was a woman. I recalled what the psychic had told me about women, and oddly enough, I decided to not sit next to her.
That woman's in cahoots.
Just minutes later, another person arrived and took the seat next to her. I watched them out of the corner of my eye, but nothing seemed to happen.
Not yet.
I rolled my eyes, questioning why I ever believed such a made-up fortune.
Keep your eye on her.
The woman spilled coffee all over the man next to her. I was shocked. Was the psychic real?
Hey, that hot ass coffee on my dick and balls, bruh. I might have to box you. I'm sorry. Like, you spilled a whole thing of coffee, hot ass coffee on my dick and balls. You spilled the whole thing, not a little bit, not a couple of drops, the whole thing. Like you poured the whole thing. And you kept going. And you looked at me dead in my eyes. You looked at me dead in my eyes while you did it. We boxing. I gotta put my hands on you. Like, that point blank period. Like, that's not no accident. That's not no oops. Yo. me and some of my coworkers, right, while we at the job, it's kind of hard to explain because I'm not there. Like, you can't see it. You'll have to see it. It's better to explain. It's better to see it than me explaining it. Right? But, like, say for instance, this is open. Right? I don't know if you all do this with your friends, but I do this with my friends. It should be hilarious. Right? Now I'm laughing because all the things that we be doing. So say for instance, this is like some hot ass grease oil, right, in here. Hot as hell, like 400 degrees, right? And this is open. And me and my friends would be like, pretend this is open, right? It's not, but pretend this is open. This is some hot ass grease oil. And my friend is right here. I'd be like this. Pause, but I'd be like, while I'm looking at him dead in his eyes, as I'm pouring like the hot ass grease in his lap. And I'm talking about some, oops. Then he'd say something like, that's not no damn oops. We boxing. That's not no accident. Or like he'll be eating his food and I'll be like, huh. Like I pretend like I can't really explain it. Maybe I'll make like a video of me actually doing what I'm doing. That'd be hilarious.
Or was this just a coincidence? Shaking my head, I took one look back at the woman, and deep down I knew what my answer was. With that, I walked back to the psychic's shack. Before I could even knock, she opened the door and smiled at me.
Sus.
I told you so, didn't I? We took a seat back at her table, and she told me another fortune using her crystal ball. You should walk home today. I sat in front of her dumbfounded, but she just gave me a look that said, I tell no lies. Grumbling, I paid her once again and walked out. It was chilly outside, which made it extremely tempting to just wait at a bus stop. Instead, I listened to her words and continued to push through the terrible weather.
She gonna be right there.
After walking for about half an hour, I was cursing the psychic. What happened at the bus stop was definitely just a coincidence.
No.
And what I was doing now was just foolish. Passing by a dark alleyway, I heard a scream.
Keep going. That's when you should have just hauled ass and not look back whatsoever. That's when you should have just booked it. I don't care. But don't please tell me you did not stop. Please tell me you did not stop. You did not turn to look. You did not investigate. You did not be curious or anything like that. I bet you $5 she did something along the lines of those.
I used my phone flashlight to uncover the darkness.
Jesus.
My phone revealed a man getting robbed before my very eyes. I thought quickly and just started hitting the thief with my bag.
Really?
Until he thought the man's belongings weren't worth it and just took off. While catching his breath, the man thanked me. I still couldn't figure out why the psychic asked me to walk home.
Is that the same
Until
guy?
I saw the man's face. In shock, I recognized him as my old boss.
Oh.
I guess he felt grateful for me, or maybe he just pitied me. But he ended up giving my job back after we talked for a bit.
Can we get out the dark
I
alley?
was enthusiastic. After that, I returned back to the psychic almost every day. The strange woman told me the secrets on how to become successful, and slowly she became my secret weapon. Then one day, she asked me to do an unusual task.
Pause.
Go to this address, and make sure the person who sleeps there never wakes up again.
What?
After all the good fortune the psychic had given me, I felt like I was compelled to do it. She was basically asking me to commit a crime. But this was the sort of crime that could never be forgiven. I was hesitant, but the psychic had never given me bad advice ever.
That's pretty bad advice.
Following my gut, I left, deciding to follow her words. That night, I returned with blood all over my body.
Wow.
I found police waiting for me at night. The first thought that went through my mind was that the psychic definitely snitched on me.
Thank you.
I screamed and shouted at the men as they dragged me away, telling them the stories of the psychic who had tricked me. The police officers looked at each other strangely. Finally, one of them spoke up. There isn't a psychic shack on the side of the road.
Excuse me.
It's an abandoned church.
What? Oh my God. I did not see that coming. Holy hell. Jesus. That really? Wow. Wow. That was very. Damn, I did not see that coming. Do you know what it was? My left nostril was just. But you know what it was? To be honest with you, it was them cluck fumes from the candles. Cause she had cluck candles which gave off cluck fumes, and those cluck fumes went inside your lungs and then went into your brain to make you think that the woman was real. Woman was real. So whole time you was delirious over some cluck fumes, and what you thought was real and what you thought wasn't real was all in your head. Your poor soul. Now, if you was to have on Adidas, well, you never would have been in this situation, but all I'm saying is, if you was to have on Adidas, those cluck fumes would have never went inside of you. Pause. So hopefully you learned your lesson. If you didn't, there it is. And plus, it's psychics. I feel like the only one that can really see your future would be God himself. Anybody else, it's just a no-no. Jesus. But keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy. My family.